I know what you're thinking. Carlos has really let himself go. But no, for this week's Ignition, you're stuck with me. And there's a very good reason why. See, the first time I drove an Audi R8 with their R-tronic transmission, and that's Audi speak for the single clutch automated manual transmission, it performed so poorly I thought the gearbox was broken. Now don't get me wrong, when you're moving at a pretty good clip, the transmission, it's okay, but it was around town, it was almost undrivable, it was lousy. The problem is that Audi has always touted the R8 as an everyday supercar, but with that transmission, it's not. Don't take my word for it. Audi was so unhappy with that transmission, they went ahead and threw it in the dumpster. And instead, they're replacing it with a, dare I say, proper dual clutch transmission that they're calling S-tronic. And that's good, because not only do you get fast shifts on the track, but around town, the car's not gonna feel drunk. But of course, that's the theory. And as I love saying, there's only one way to find out. I'm here at some Italian racetrack with the latest iteration of Audi's supercar, the R8. In fact, these blue guys behind me are actually the new R8 V10 Plus, and we'll get into what that means in a second. But I just gotta tell you, I'm always a little hesitant to drive a car on the track before you do on the street. And the reason why is, especially if you're unfamiliar with the track, you're so busy trying to learn it that all you can really pay attention to is acceleration, braking, and turn in. So I don't really think you get a good evaluation of the car. However, I am gonna take one for the team and do it because it's a lot of fun. Okay, so I'm here in the R8 V10 Plus, and the Plus stands essentially for 25 more horsepower for a total of 550 and 50 less kilograms of weight, because they use a lot of carbon fiber in this thing. Now, if you're in the car with me, the first thing you would notice, besides my mustache, is how quickly this thing leaps out of corners. I've driven very few cars that accelerate like this thing. The car rotates terrifically. And it's just so incredibly fast. It really just honks, and this dual clutch transmission is unbelievable. It's just like the Porsche PDK in that it's really smart. If you need two downshifts, it gives you two downshifts. Like there, it's got one. And also what's nice is coming out of a slow corner, and it'll actually upshift for you, and that way you won't get jerked around when you get on the throttle. It's a really smart transmission. Some corners, if you really come in hot, it'll understeer, but for a car with power going to the front wheels, it's really manageable. This headstock, however, is not. Wow, this thing is so fun. Back to Audi's claim of the R8 being an everyday supercar, this transmission makes that claim true, finally. We just left Bolzano, Italy. It's this ancient town at the foot of the Alps, cobblestone streets, narrow, slow, and for the first time I've ever driven an automatic R8, I was able to move slowly without the car lurching and heaving, and I wasn't doing this. It just works like a normal car. And then you get it on the road, and it's fantastic. You put it in sport mode, boom, boom, boom. Super quick shifts. You got the paddles, pull what you want. I mean, it's such a good transmission. Hard to understate what a good job they've done. Even though it's only been out for a few years, the R8's already one of the most iconic sports cars in the world. You know, opinions are obviously split on how it looks. Some people think it's very beautiful. I think it looks like, you know, Cylon's designed a dolphin, but, you know, say what you want about it. It's a distinctive looking car that grabs attention. interior, well, you know, they haven't really done much updating there. This used to be a really standout interior, although some of the touches have migrated to other products like the egg-shaped gauge clusters and stuff. So to me, it looks a little dated. In fact, the nav system isn't the new Google-based unit found in all other Audis. It's this older system. It's okay. Still though, for a supercar, and make no mistake, it's incredibly comfortable, especially with these nice padded seats, Alcantara everywhere, good steering wheels. You know, it's a very nice place to spend some time. As I stated, there's a very good reason that I had to come on this trip, and that's because unlike everyone else on staff, I've never loved the R8. To me, it was too flawed. It wasn't the complete package, and it wasn't the everyday supercar that Audi claimed. However, this new dual clutch transmission brings redemption. And I don't think I'm going to surprise anyone when I say that the R8 is now one of the best supercars in the world. You're going to love it. Who cares about you? I f***ing love it. This is the one. This is the R8 to get. Forget about the V8. Forget about the Plus. This one, the topless one. V10, all-wheel drive, mid-engine, no roof. This is the car. Oh my God. It's so good. Oh, sorry about that, but you drive this R8 Spider V10 for 5 minutes and you'll be singing its praises. There's a lot of guys out there that are going to tell you, oh, I'd never drive a convertible because I'm going to lose 0.2 seconds off my lap time, but total nonsense. This car, these mountains, it's just, I can't, it's so good. You got to drive this. You just got to drive this. Problem I see with this car right now is that because we went through some snow, Audi put snow tires on it, which means we're limited to a top speed of just over 160 miles an hour. Aside from that, I want it. Oh, do I want it?